Let's talk about moving. Ugh, can be one of the most stressful things we do, right? It's like this giant logistical puzzle, and sometimes the pieces just don't line up perfectly. You might be staring down that classic moving dilemma. There's a gap between when you have to leave your old place and when you can get into your new one. So what on earth do you do with all of your stuff in the meantime?
I mean, this happens all the time. Your settlement dates don't quite match up, or maybe your new lease starts a few days after your old one ends. So you're all packed up, you're ready to go, but you're basically in limbo for a weekend. The big question is, where does your entire life, all your furniture, your boxes, everything, where does it go during that awkward gap?
Well, here's the good news. The answer is a huge, resounding yes. Your Removalists can absolutely store your belongings. In fact, most professional moving companies have integrated storage solutions that are designed for this exact problem. It's a service that can take what feels like a total logistical nightmare and turn it into a surprisingly smooth, seamless transition.
So who is this actually for? Well, this kind of all-in-one service is really for anyone who finds themselves with that dreaded delay in their moving schedule. It completely takes away the stress of trying to figure out a temporary home for all your possessions while you wait to finally get those keys.
And this solution is super flexible. It's not just for one specific type of move. For homeowners, it's the perfect bridge for that gap between settlement dates. For renters, it totally solves the problem of misaligned leases. It's also incredibly useful if you're renovating your place and need to get furniture out of the way to protect it from all that dust and chaos. Or, hey, maybe you're downsizing and you just need some breathing room to sort through everything. It's a game changer for so many situations.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work? Well, the real beauty of using your Removalist for storage is the all-in-one process. Instead of you having to juggle a moving company and a separate storage facility, you've got one team managing the entire journey of your stuff from start to finish.
The process is actually way simpler than you might think. Step 1, the movers come. They pack and load everything up, just like a normal move. Step 2, they transport it all to their own secure storage facility. Step 3, your items are kept safe, sound, and protected. And then, the final and best step, when your new home is ready, you just make one phone call. They bring everything back and deliver it right to your new doorstep. You barely have to lift a finger.
Yeah, you might be thinking, hold on, why don't I just go rent my own self-storage unit? And that's a totally fair question. On the surface, it seems like pretty much the same solution. But when you really get down to it, how different are they when you look at convenience, handling, and who's responsible? Let's put them head to head.
Let's really break this down, because this is important. The biggest thing to focus on here is handling. Think about it. The biggest risk to your belongings during a move isn't the truck ride itself. It's every single time your things are loaded and unloaded. An integrated service cuts that risk literally in half. Your things get loaded once at your old house and unloaded once at your new one. That's it. With self-storage, you're double handling everything. Moving into the unit, then moving out of it. Not only does that cost you more, you're paying for movers twice. But every extra touch just increases the chance of a scratch or a dent. Plus, with the all-in-one service, you have a single point of responsibility. If something goes wrong, you know exactly who to call. No finger pointing.
Okay, let's talk about the big one, trust. I mean, handing over all your worldly possessions to someone, that requires a huge amount of it. And good removalists get that. That's exactly why they prioritize top-notch security and make sure they have great insurance, all to give you total peace of mind.
And listen, we're not talking about a simple padlock on a garage door here. These are purpose-built facilities, designed from the ground up for maximum protection. They've usually got 24/7 video surveillance, advanced alarm systems that are monitored around the clock, controlled access so only authorized people can get in, and of course, your own securely locked unit. It's a whole multi-layered security system to keep your things safe.
But even with the best security in the world, you're probably still wondering, what if? It's the natural question to ask. What happens if something completely unexpected, a real what-if scenario, actually happens? Are my items covered?
The answer should be a clear yes. Any professional, reputable removalist company will offer you comprehensive insurance that protects your belongings through the entire journey, from the moment they leave your old home, through their time in storage, and all the way to your new place. Now, the key takeaway here is this. Always ask to see the policy details so you know exactly what's covered.
All right, so maybe you're sold on the idea. It's convenient, it's secure, it just makes sense. Now comes the big part. How do you choose the right company to trust with your stuff? Because making the right choice here is absolutely critical for a stress-free experience.
Here's a quick checklist to help you out. First things first, check their reputation. Look for positive online reviews and testimonials from real customers. Ask them about their storage facilities. What are their security measures? Make sure they offer flexible options, whether you need storage for 2 days or 2 months. And like we just talked about, confirm they have clear, comprehensive insurance. And finally, insist on transparent pricing with a detailed quote so there are absolutely no surprises later on.
So ultimately, it all boils down to this. Moving is chaotic enough without adding extra steps, extra coordination, and extra stress. By bundling your moving and storage into one seamless service, you're not just moving boxes. You're buying yourself convenience and a much, much smoother transition into your new life. So the real question to ask yourself is, what value do you place on your own peace of mind?